Alrighty, y'all. So, out here getting our walk done. Was up a bit earlier today. Go ahead and put up a little, little retaining wall. Just temporary. It's a piece of plywood with a couple stakes to hold the rock out of my front grass when it gets delivered. And then waited around for the rock guy to show up, drop off the rock. And I tell you what, I was a younger dude, so, not that much experience or whatever, driving a little rock truck around. Ain't nothing special though. But tell him, hey man, back deep into the driveway, when you start dumping, go ahead and pull forward nice and even for me. Go ahead and drag the rock out. So that way it doesn't overflow my driveway and end up in the grass and stuff. Now, I've had this same company deliver to me twice. First time was 12 tons of rock. Second time was 10 tons of rock. This third time is 10 tons of rock. The first two times, the drivers that came out, no problem. They nailed that shit. Both of them older cats. They got the experience. They probably liked what they were doing. But I don't know. Either these younger guys don't care about being good at what they do, or he just doesn't have the experience. But so tell him, go ahead, do the same thing. He doesn't pull deep enough into the driveway before he starts dumping, so he's already kind of forward. And then he dumps too slow, realizes he's dumping too slow as he already started pulling forward, then raises the bed so it dumps faster, and then basically stops pulling forward when he should still be going forward. And he dumps a bunch of rock into the freaking grass, man. So, he should have started dumping about halfway between this section where he did and didn't. And then, obviously, this is where he realized, oh, I'm not dumping fast enough. Let me dump it all in one place and stop pulling forward so it all goes into the grass. But I digress. I don't know if that's a common thing. It's more and more common these days, no matter which way you look at it. People don't take pride in whatever they're doing anymore. They don't put effort into it. This guy showed up, did the bare minimum. He's going to go back to his yard, do it again. Collect his check at the end of the week until somebody complains enough and the dude gets fired. I'm not going to complain and do his job about him. Hopefully one day he gets better, takes a little more pride, and he's happy about the way he executes his job. Now, that kind of applies to a lot of things, in today's aspect of what this channel is. We're about fitness. If you go in and you half-ass every workout and every movement and you don't do it correctly, you don't get the gains you want. You're not going to put on muscle. You're not going to get leaner. You're not going to lose fat. Like if you're cheating on your diet and, not staying to it, things like that, half-assing it, you're going to get half-assed results, if any at all. So, don't be like Rock Guy. Take pride in whatever you're trying to do, all of the time, and do it to the best of your ability. So, no one's perfect, but we can all do a better job than what we are doing. That's for sure. But, anyways, I went ahead and knocked out the walk. I'm home now. Now I've got to start working on moving all this rock. 10 tons, 20,000 pounds. So, today's back workout probably going to suffer a bit, but we will see. Maybe I'll throw a time lapse of this in there or something. Probably not, but just in case, you know, you've seen the rock pile I'm dealing with, and I'll show you the before and after of the backyard of what I've got going on today. Alrighty, y'all. Well, so we are out here starting to get this rock moved. We moved one car, and that's the tiny little dent it made. It's out of this big old giant pile here. It still annoys the shit out of me that this guy messed up dumping, but whatever, it is what it is. But if the math does me about right of my little green John Deere cart here, it's about 40-ish or so carts. So we're gonna be at this a while. Back day, we're gonna go ahead and start these off with lat pull downs. We definitely feel kind of like fatigued, a little sore already from working on moving some of that rock. Got about a ton of it moved so far. So, gonna do a little bit more later after this. And then work on it a little bit here and there over the next couple of days to get that finished up. Definitely not gonna try to do it all at once because we got other obligations to work out. So, in the sake of making sure we hit our workouts, whether or not they're the best, we'll spread that out over a couple of days. But we are definitely not going to use the cleanest form today, but definitely not bad form. We're going to use a little bit of momentum to make sure we're getting through all of our sets and just getting a good squeeze and a pump going. So that was my fourth set there. I did 3 off camera, just warming up, getting ready. I'm going to go ahead and do one more set, then move on. So I'll be back in a moment. So, done flat pull downs, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to dumbbell rows. We're going to try to move up 5 pounds today. I grabbed the 60s, and it just felt a little, I don't know, not that it felt light, but it just felt not adequate today. So we're going to try to go ahead and rip the 65s. This will be the first set of that. And then we'll see what happens after that. But let's get these things ripping, shall we? Alright, those feel pretty good. So, I'll go ahead and hit 4 more of those off camera, and we'll be back for the next thing. Alright, so, now that we're done with dumbbell rows, we're going to go ahead and move on to incline cable rows. Last 2 weeks we've done these at 70 pounds. Our last 2 back days we've done at 70 pounds. We're going to go ahead and do them at 70 again. The 65s for the dumbbell rows, definitely difficult on the last 2 sets. So we're not going to try to move up weight here. We're definitely feeling a bit fatigued, but we should be able to get through these at 70 pounds again. reps on that. Feels good. Feel everything just kind of pumping up still. Feels great. Lats, definitely blown up. Rear delts, inner trap. Those are starting to get some blood pushed into them, so that's feeling awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock these out. Now we're on to seated cable rows. Then we have shrugs after this. We're gonna take the seated cable rows a little bit easier today, not so heavy in the weight, just because we're a bit fatigued. I got some more rock to move, things like that, and I'm not trying to add a bunch of extra load to the lower back today for that specific reason. We're also going to go lighter on the shrugs when we go to them, just so that way we can get some stimulus in the traps, as well as some extra stimulus right now inside of the rear delts, lats, inner traps, doing the close grip seated rows, but without all the extra loaded mass. So basically at this point we're just chasing the pump, more or less. So let's go ahead and get these things going. Oh. Woo. Boy, oh boy. Alright, so I'll go ahead and hit 4 more of those. Then we'll be back for shrugs, cable crunches. We'll be out of here. Now we're on to shrugs. So that way we get some trap work in. Because these little guys are just tiny. They need some work. And then good old cable crunches, because we cannot go without finishing with abs. So if you want to make good abs other than the kitchen, 90% of your abs are in the kitchen. The other 10% is what you do in here. So the bigger your abs get, the less lean you have to be before they kind of start to show up. And then when you do get super lean, the crazier abs are going to look. You're going to look like a cartoon, freaking, like a comic superbook hero. If you train your abs, even if you don't have good genetics for them. All right. Alright, y'all. Today's workout, short, simple, smooth, nothing complicated. Targets all of the back with a lot of focus on the lats. So, since we're trying to build them big old wings and get that big V taper, so that way our waist appears smaller and it makes our upper body look bigger. So that is what we're trying for with that. Basically, freaking Dorito with legs. Now, I've got, I'm going to go move some more of that rock. Probably instead of doing cardio, I might still go do a cardio walk, or I might take my bike for a little ride and get a little bit of cardio in, but I'm pretty sure that'll sustain me for additional calories burned if I just go ahead and move another cart or two of rock, another 5 or 1,000 pounds. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys some progress that I made on laying the rock down, and then yeah, that'll be it for today, man. But make sure you're out there, you're getting your stuff done, and don't be a lazy fuck. Alright, so we've got our rock filled up to our curb for about, I'd say 15 to 18 feet's worth of it. But we've got another 20 feet here, 22 feet to finish filling in. And then that's what we're working on here for now. Then I'll show you guys the more rock progress and stuff tomorrow. But here's the little update on that.